Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Dave here, One Mechanic. And today tool haul is unique, sort of for me. I never thought that I would buy these tools. And I had a situation, well, I'll explain later on why I bought these tools. But I bought an Icon wrench set, and it's not your regular wrench set, nothing like that. I got enough regular wrenches, as you know from my last video. But I'll show the wrenches and why I bought it, and even I'll show you why I bought it too, for that matter. And then I bought some crimpers from Mac. I've never seen these before, and do a little test with them, and they look pretty good. So stay tuned. All right, come on back. Yep, I did it. I bought some Icon wrenches, and I bought these because I needed to get into a tight spot to put a hydraulic line together, and I'm going to show you that how it worked out for me in doing this. But so I wanted to get this done. I didn't want to wait. The Mack truck didn't have any, Snap-on truck didn't have any. And actually I was looking for like the half moon style, and these actually worked out a lot better. I was deciding between these and the Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh were $15 and change, and these were $59 and change. And the reason why I went with these is because they go up to a bigger size. The bigger one here is 13/16 and 7/8. So I like the size range on this set better. And the size I needed was the 5/8. And I mean, honestly, it feels pretty decent. It feels pretty solid. I personally, I like the square shank on it. The chrome is pretty good. I don't think it's as shiny as Tecton, but I don't see any major flaws. I did notice, at least on the big ones here, that when they went to go stamp the size in it, see how it's thicker down here and skinnier up here? And even the other end, see how it's skinnier there, fatter here. So the stamping is not quite centered. But I mean, it's not that far off. Now I've only used the 5/8 to get my job done, and it worked perfectly. And again, this shape actually worked out better than the half moon wrenches that I was actually looking for. And I gotta say, for the money, for a lifetime warranty wrench, stuff like that, I mean, again, they're not a high-end wrench, but for something that I hardly ever use, and the fact that it worked flawlessly to get my job done. I mean, really, for $60, I can't complain. If I thought that this was something I was going to use day in and day out, I'd actually probably go with a tool truck brand, or Check Right, or Williams, or you know, some other company and stuff like that. Like I said, I wanted to get this done, so I got these to get this job done. And again, I've only used the 5/8, but it worked. It's I really can't say anything bad about it, really, except for the stamping's off a little bit, and the chrome can maybe be a little bit deeper, a little bit shinier. It'd be interesting to see how it holds up over time. But there's the end I used today. Well, even it's off centered. See, it's a little bit thicker there, a little bit towards that side. But the thickness was good. It got into exactly where I need to get into. So yeah, I wanted to share that, and I'm going to show you exactly where I needed it so you can see why I bought these wrenches. Be right back. So these hydraulic fittings, it's a flat flange, and these saddles, there's two halves on it, and both halves hold the hose flat against the valve assembly. So there's two bolts on each side. Well, as you see, these are angled, and it's hard to get to the bottom one. And this one down here, you can't even see it with my finger. That's how deep it is. I couldn't get to with any kind of wrench. It's so tight and everything else. So with this wrench, I was able to sneak up underneath it like so, and then able to pull on it to get it tight. Not very tighten it, but you see how it snaked down underneath it and got exactly to where I needed. Had to do it to this one and the back side of this one to get them tight, because I couldn't, like I said before, get a wrench or socket on them when I originally put it together. And like I said, the curve of the wrench worked perfectly to get around what I needed. The only thing that would be better is if maybe these were slightly offset, so you can avoid some areas like this. But it wasn't a big deal on this particular one. But I wanted to show you why I needed it and to get this job done. And that's my story. All right. So I also got another tool, and let me show you this. So this is my normal crimper. The name is worn off of this, but I'm pretty sure it's a tool aid. Works great. Ratcheting. Like I said, this is what I normally use for most of my crimps. And then sometimes, especially for the small ones, I use this for a crimp. But like I said, 99% of the time I use this. So when I was on the Mack truck the other day, I saw this tool. So this is a rebrand. And as you can see, it's made in USA. Part number 3104 DSCT. And the snap-on was a P3104DS. Made in USA, lifetime warranty. It has the 3 different sizes for crimping, and it also has 2 WeatherPack crimpers, which is interesting too. It is a ratcheting, so tight can be. So my Mac guy said that he had guys tell him that this was the strongest crimp, or this made the strongest crimp than any other tool they've used. So I decided that we'll try that out here first. So first we'll do the big one. Crimp. And then we'll go with this one. Crimp. So these 2 are done with the old crimp tool. And just to make sure that I don't get the sides mixed up, as you can see, mark them in orange. So now we'll crimp the other side with the fancy new tool. When it crimps, it crimps. That's not kidding. So we'll just do this like that. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. Probably should have made the wire a little bit longer, huh? That's in there. Okay. Had to read to make sure that was the right slot. Make sure it's all the way through. All right. So let's see what happens. Well, okay. That's interesting. Now let's try this one. If you guys hear me fart doing this, I apologize. Okay. Well, this seems to be a strong crimp on both sides, as I can't get these apart. This one came apart. So this is with my old tool, the tool aid marking. It did pull out, but the new crimper did hold in there. On this one though, I can't pull it apart. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good tool. Now one of the things I do like about this one over this one is look how much skinnier it is. I also like the fact of that it's a little bit longer too. A little more leverage. So, would I still recommend this one? Absolutely. But this seems interesting, and it obviously does have a strong crimp to it. All right. Fun, fun, fun. So, what did you think of my tool haul? My last video, you guys know I was waiting on 1 3/8 and showed up today. In case you were wondering, if you want to come steal my wrenches, it's now complete, so come get it. And Icon wrenches, I mean, I gotta say, for the money, if you only use it the one time, but they seem pretty decent, really. Again, especially for the money, for $60. So I can't really say anything truly negative about them. And then the crimpers, my little test and everything else. Like I said, if you guys hear me farting that, I apologize. But yeah. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Don't comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. And leave any comments down below. And we'll do this again. And I'll have some stuff after this that I've worked on throughout the week. All right? Guys, take care. Ciao. Oil drain plug out of a Ford V8. Apparently, a previous mechanic stripped the threads, and his fix was to space it out so good threads will be catching, and then an O-ring like that to seal it. It worked, but now we have to fix it. Yay.